Hi guys, I'm Ben Coleman. For those of you that don't know me, I am a science fiction nerd. Now, because of that, we will be taking the next few weeks to review some movies that people may not have seen. I'm going to give you a review and give you my personal feelings and then tell you whether or not you should watch them, because most of these are actually pretty influential. Our first film is called Primer. It is a science fiction movie that taps into the idea of time travel. A pretty complex idea of it, I must say. My first reaction, I had no idea what this film was about. I mean, I was confused from the get-go. I was trying to decipher, okay, what does all this mean? Because it goes deep into time travel, really deep. And to the point where I didn't really understand it enough, and I think that kind of created a problem. If you don't believe me, here is my reaction right after seeing it for the first time, and boy was I confused. Hey guys, I just finished watching Primer for the first time, and after finishing it, I don't know how to feel. It was a very complex film. I got lost a few times, so I'm not really sure where to rate it now. But I'm gonna do some digging on this movie just so I can get more footage for the review. But yeah, initial reactions, I liked it. It was a little slow getting into. I can see where people love this film because it's a sci-fi time travel film, so it's gonna be great. I usually am a sucker for those films, so. But I mean, it was very complex and confusing, so like I said, I have to do some more digging, but as of right now, I liked it, but we will get to the review. As you can see, I was very confused right after watching the film for the first time. As I started to research it, I started to understand it more, still not fully, completely 100% sure if I know what's going on, but I have more of an idea now that I've given it several watches and watched a lot of YouTube videos. A little bit about Primer. It features two main characters, Aaron and Abel, who together accidentally invent time travel. But things get a little crazy when they start to go back in time. They create multiple versions of themselves and they can't run into those versions. Things get complicated, several timelines go branching off, and it gets confusing. It takes a lot to decipher and get through, and don't want to give too much away because it kind of spoils it, but then again, I didn't really know what was happening the first time, so I can kind of wrap my head around it now, but it's different. After watching it the first time, or second and third time, I said the same thing as I say after watching any time travel movie. Time travel is a bad idea. I will say I can see why other time travel movies find inspiration for this one. I mean, even Rian Johnson, who directed and wrote Looper, which is another great time travel movie, he sent his script of Looper while it was being made to Shane Carruth. Basically, Carruth said that Rian Johnson's time travel was completely wrong and sent it back to him. So, oof. I don't think I could stand having one of my movie scripts just told that it was wrong by somebody that I look up to, just for them to say, no, your script is wrong. That would actually kind of devastate me. As I'm sure it probably devastated Rian Johnson, but he still made Looper, but Looper is still a great movie to me. I will say, while watching it the first time, I was deeply amazed by all the production work. I mean, this was a movie that was made on $7,000 of budget. It had great cinematography, it had great music, it had great production design. Everything looked like it was supposed to. My problem here is that it was the editing. The movie was made by a guy who was taking on everything. He even starred in the movie. Shane did everything. I think he probably could need some help when it came to the editing, because I don't think everything kind of fit together as it should, and it was put together in a way where maybe people can't understand it. If you need to take several watches to understand a movie, I don't know if you did your job right, but he said that that's what he's intended, so maybe
Maybe it's good enough. But hey, do I recommend Primer to you? Yeah, of course I do. Like, this movie is great, but in order to like it, I feel you need to take several watches, and not everybody has enough time for that. Sorry. Now, after watching this movie so many times and after this review, I plan to watch this more times. I bet there's a lot of stuff that I completely missed and would explain it more. But it's still entertaining now that I've seen it for the third time, and I will continue to watch it more, decipher it, go through everything. But hey, let me know if you end up watching it and tell me if I'm missing something. And maybe you're willing to give me an explanation and explain to me more about what this movie means or what it's trying to do. I mean, I understand it, but maybe somebody can explain it better than the movie. And I'm sure people out there understand this way more than I do. But hey, that's all from me this week. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and tune in next week when we will look at a slightly older movie that has inspired some of the movies that we know today. Thank you all. See you next week.